can almost hear the theme song to it. Hey. I swear to God.
Previously on Basement Discourse, we talk about Elden Ring and Batman for a whole hour.
Yeah, I mean, that was fair enough.
At an hour. It's a long time to talk about two subjects, but we did it.
Yeah, like
days.
Did we do it well? I think so. I think we did it well. Yeah,
I haven't rewatched it, so I have no idea. It was probably awful. Who cares?
Who cares? It's done. It's in the bag. Next one up. Speaking of shit podcasts, here we are.
Fucking got him.
Again. Greetings, basement dwellers. I am Justin, your host for this evening. The D&D guy also. We have Jace over there, or Snacks, the gamer dude, and we have Brady with special guest. Here's Misso Clair.
Everyone not Aussie is just like, what the fuck is a miso?
Some kind of
soup. Bad. Yeah, it's miso soup.
She'll be right, mate.
Chuck another shrimp on the barbie. So, Claire, why are you on our show?
Hero show? Withholding? No, I won't even. I'm Brady's boo, I call him, and I'm a bit of a geek myself.
So cute.
Aww.
Look at you too.
We get along pretty well, I suppose.
She likes this in an entire room of the house.
Yeah, I got you this Nesco for Christmas.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I kind of skipped out of the shop with it, and the lady was like, "Enjoy it. It's not for me." So yeah.
Yeah. Don't be associated with
my partner.
My super strong, sexy boyfriend wants this little girl.
I like this already.
I thought I shamed Brady a lot. This is great.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
This is good. We should have known this was going to happen though, because why else would you be with Brady if it wasn't just to hang more and more shit on him on the daily?
Yeah.
You know what? This is actually kind of a milestone too, though.
Why? Because Brady has a girlfriend.
Fucking hell. No, I was just thinking because it's the first woman that we've had on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Holy heck!
Oh, by the way,
That's ridiculous.
Kendall, if you're watching, and I know you are because you watch every episode, go fuck yourself. We're not just a bunch of white dudes.
Yeah, you got a black chick on now. Woo!
Yeah. Minority quota.
Yes, we've ticked all the boxes this one, guys. Wow.
Yeah.
Surely there's going to be some neckbeard in the comments that's like, oh, look at how, SJW they are, just pandering. Diversity quota.
I don't know. What's SJW?
Social justice warrior.
That was Kendall, though. Like
No, that wouldn't be
nailed us
Kendall.
so quickly.
But also, neckbeard. Is that a description of it? Like,
Yeah, it's like
internet Karen? Is that what it is?
Pretty much, yeah. It's usually a guy who's only ever made love to his mattress and can't grow facial hair on the front. It's all this bit.
yeah. You know the ones.
Yeah, I do. Not personally.
They're the fastest swipe across you've ever done on Tinder. They come up. No.
Gross. Wow. So, Claire, you're into comics, yeah?
Yeah.
That's your thing. But specifically, and this, you just said this just before you jumped on, or before we jumped on air, girl comics?
Yeah. So I like to buy comics that have a female character in the lead, sort of thing. That just kind of happened organically. My first ever comic that I bought was one of the Harley Quinn ones. It was not good, but I was like, oh wow.
Claire has a Batman tattoo, by the way. I just realized because we did a tattoo episode round once.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was early days. Yeah,
It was, yeah.
Batman tattoo gang.
Yeah, there you go.
Harley Quinn is there somewhere.
Oh, what she is?
somewhere in there.
You know, I got Batsy in there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
but like pretty Batsy. And some Harry Potter liquid luck on the back there.
Nice.
It's upside down, my bad. I'm just all...
Yeah, do a handstand and show the audience properly.
Usually their job to make editing fucked for me, and you're like, that's cool, just flip the whole thing.
Yeah,
No, just key it and just flip her upside down. She'll be right.
I'm just going to put a photo of it now.
Over there.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Know what I realized, actually, on that note,
Sorry.
in the recordings, every time I point to Jace, which happens like reasonably regularly on my side like that, for some reason in the recording, I'm pointing the other way. And I don't know why.
That's great.
I've noticed that though. We're all framed completely differently for all of us. So like you're that way for me, Brady.
Oh,
Justin's down.
Justin's
No.
down.
Yeah. He's bottom guy for me too.
Yeah, he's bottom guy for me too.
I'm
He's
bottom guy for myself.
I had you a bottom guy for everyone.
Damn. It's just a common thing. Oh well, that works.
See, I said we should set up this. It would have. Oh, we can't do it now because you're not going to be. Yeah. I said we should set up this insult like roast with each other to make videos, just like 3 lines each versing each other. But like so much is getting taken up in this fucking episode.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm running out of steam. It's gonna have to be a rap battle instead.
You don't want 3 white dudes rap battling each other.
Yes.
You could do lip sync battle like Tom Holland style. I'd watch that.
You just want me jumping around in spandex.
Clearly not. Clearly not.
So
If that's
busy.
happening, then I want to do flash dance.
Yeah.
Get the whole leggings and that. Yeah.
I want to do the MC Hammer dance.
What's the movie?
Well, this turned into a dance off.
Yeah.
My bad.
They parodied it in the Steve Carell movie with Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone.
Oh, Dirty Dancing, where he lifts
Dirty
her up.
Dancing, he lifts
they
her up.
also-
Yeah,
We can do that, and I'll lift up Jace.
Yeah.
Classic.
I'm all for being the princess of the story.
Yeah, it would be
The
great.
16-year-old for the 40-year-old, yeah, sure.
There's nothing weird about that movie at all.
That's totally just anime. It's just another episode.
No, they parody it on one of the Family Guy Star Wars as well, and it's Herbert, oh sweet Jesus, and Chris, he like uses the Force to lift him up, and then he tickles him, and he's like, yeah. They do the entire song too. It's not just that one bit. So.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
We got derailed with Taylor's. That was such fun little segues there. What's so your first comic was a bad Harley Quinn one?
It wasn't bad. It was just
That's good though. That's when
What made you go back though? Like
when you
you're
can
like-
judge it.
when you get a bad comic and you're like, oh, that was crap. Why? Like, why did you all of a sudden
actually-
feel like you had to go back and do another one? Like,
because I actually finished it. So I've had bad comics before where I haven't finished it. There's some on our shelf. I won't name names. Valkyrie.
drop them. Throw them in the damn dirt.
Mine. We have different shelves.
They're pretty.
I didn't write it. You're not going to hurt my feelings.
If
How
I
are people
can
gonna know
rail
I
Free
figured it
Guy for an hour, then you're more
No.
than welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, we've all shit on something. Fishing,
Yeah.
I feel like, is a common dislike, but yeah, I mean, we all shit on things. So,
So yeah, feel free.
yeah.
Like if there's comics out there that you're just not vibing with, go for it.
Oh,
Especially if other people also don't vibe with it, then it's like,
Yeah.
True.
So we
Even more
have had to
fun.
talk about sometimes there's something that's totally fine. It's just not for us.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
there's something that's just fucking bad.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
shit. And there's minute, like gathering of people that are like diehard, like, oh no, you can't put shit on my fishing mini games, and everyone else is like, no, that's fucking terrible.
Justin's still so mad about this.
I'm still mad. I'm still mad.
Oh, damn.
Dude, if Elden Ring had fishing, I swear to God I would stop playing it if it was a mini game. I swear to God.
To be fair, if it did, the fishing would probably kill you. So
Yeah,
you'd land a fish and it would just
you'd
annihilate
miscast, it would come back, hit you in the face, you'd die.
So,
Oh, fucking
out of
bad.
curiosity, did you know that it was bad as you were reading the comic, or was it like one of those you've read much better things and now you look back at it and you're like, that was actually awful?
No, it was they were like a few down the line, so I knew, because I was really bored. Like, it was the opposite of a page turner. I was like, oh, have I finished this page yet? Like, it just lots of like inner monologue that you had to read that has really nothing to do with the story, and you're kind of like, yeah, I get it. You're stressed. now chop his head off. Like,
Claire, our empath.
So they're clearly trying to build some character in the background, but
Yeah.
it's not enough, or it's not written well enough to really care about.
Yeah, or it's too much, or even one comic was just straight up tiny writing. I got glasses already, and I was like, well, shit.
Was it a volume though, or was it just like a just like that?
No, it was proper volume. One of them actually that I didn't finish was the female Thor.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't. I
Is
love
it just called Female Thor?
No,
it's Thor. So
Goddess.
that's the next movie, by the way. Did you know that?
It's Goddess of Thunder. Yeah.
And her name is Thor?
Yeah.
Or is it like
Because she
Thorina?
becomes Thor. She has-
That's what it says on the hammer, remember? Like, whoever picks it up is worthy of...
Yeah, so she has Mjolnir and she becomes Thor, and she has like her own, like, she looks so legit. She has her own
looks
helmet
badass.
and everything. Her identity is hidden as well. So
For, like,
yeah, the
several?
first. Yeah, well, I don't know, because I didn't read it. Also, because my friend was like at the comic shop, I had the second one. I'm like, yes, here we go. I'm so excited to read this. And then he just told me the ending. So I
Oh,
put it
dude.
down. Yeah.
Dude, that's
What a
like that
trash
time that
game.
Jace ruined Fight Club for a friend of mine.
It was the 90s. It was.
You
it
know
was
what,
style
though?
at
If you
the
haven't
time.
seen Fight Club by now, get the fuck out. Like,
Yeah.
No, I ruined
No,
it
it was
when
the
it was
night.
new.
It was fairly new.
But you've got to remember, when it was fairly new, I was also like 11.
Yeah, but still.
Still a shit move. You're a shit 11-year-old.
Like, this is the equivalent of in the 90s, like, you get the prizes in your cereal box and you just taking them out and then putting them back on the shelves for a bunch of kids to be disappointed about.
I
That's what
totally
you've
would have done that. Yeah.
You diabolical
That's what you've
fuck.
done.
How did you even
But with-
go
Yeah,
there?
that's how I got my copy of Age of Empires too.
Oh, out of the cereal box. I remember those. Classic.
No, so,
classics.
but, like, I didn't feel like her identity in that one was that well hidden anyway. But still sucks.
She's just wearing armor, walking around with a big ass hammer.
Yeah,
and she's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like,
And she-
just
but
with
she's
glasses
so
on. She's like,
white as
going
well.
to work. Going to work.
It's like the whole Clark
the
Kent
Delta.
thing, right?
Right? Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I never
dude.
get that. Clark Kent is like fucking jacked. Like, he's off his head.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, nah, he's just a reporter. He's clearly not Superman. He
If
just
we
has
get
the
to
same
same
haircut.
books, though, hang on.
It's
They-
a very common thing, though, right? Like Peter Parker taking photos of
It
himself.
was though, but
Come
you
on
have to
now.
think about when they were written.
Yeah,
Well,
but
people
like
were
Spider-Man
stupider?
at least covers his whole face. Like Batman is another good example, I think. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. He wears the eyeshadow under his mask. That helps.
All the
But
action.
like Christian Bale has a pretty distinct jawline.
Mm.
You'd imagine one of the wealthiest billionaires in the country might be noticeable by his jawline.
I also think with Batman, it's always silly because I'm like, he would look like a bag of shit every day. Like, he would. Like, if the dude's up fighting crime all fucking night, like, what do you look like when you lose like half a night's sleep? This dude doesn't sleep most nights. He would look.
Dude, I lose half an hour's sleep and I look like a death.
Yeah, he would look so bad. And they're just like, here's this handsome billionaire playboy. I'm like, he would be walking death. He would look like a zombie.
But my thing about Batman though in these nighttime habits, because you know he's a playboy in most of the comic book series, so like does he actually go through with it, or do they like roofie them and in the morning after he gets home he's like, that was so great, and they're like, oh, it must have been, like, I don't know. I'm busy.
I'm the dark one of this couple, and you're talking about giving date rape drugs to girls and not having sex with them.
Yeah, they just have like a good snooze on like a super duper king bed in a mansion. Like, not bad.
Such a good theory.
Wow.
How does he have the energy? I mean, I know you rally when you need to in certain situations, but
No, I feel like the close calls and close encounters of death would kind of be like a turn on for him. He's like, yeah, that was sick. Nearly died tonight.
He likes dressing as a bat, so like, who knows what he's into.
Exactly. It could be
He probably just has a belt hanging off his ceiling fan.
Before we move on from that though, the comic book thing I did want to mention, the New 52, when that happened in the DC universe, it copped a hell of a lot of shit. A lot of people fucking hated it. But you mentioned the Superman thing. The New 52 did a thing with Superman that I feel like fixed all of that, and then people were like, we hate it. And I was like, well, so...
What are you saying about 52? What is that?
It was one of the revamping. So Marvel's done it as well. I just don't know if they always give it a name. But every few years, these universes like reboot themselves and like give the characters altered versions of their stories. Because we all know Superman's story, right?
Yeah.
And then
It's
Batman's
just some
story.
alien jerk.
Yeah, all of those stories we know. So to refresh us and maybe give us a newer perspective, every 5 to 10 years, I mean, DC's done a lot in my lifetime, but they completely redo the whole lot. So when the New 52 happened, that's I can't remember what kicked it off because there's been like 5 of these events in recent comic book history, but they redid a lot of the characters and gave them completely new backstories with variations. One of the big things they did with Superman was he was a lot younger, and he was just starting out. So he literally wore a t-shirt that had his logo printed on it and no cape.
Yeah, that's weird. Isn't that kind of similar to Superboy then?
Yeah, but Superboy in this case was different and it's really convoluted. We'll get into it another time.
Yeah,
I really liked the version
Down
of
the rabbit hole.
Superboy in New 52. It was really cool. But on the Superman side, he got referred to by fans as Harry Potter Superman because what happened was he like landed on a building and then would like mess up his hair a heap, put on really baggy clothes so you couldn't tell how ripped he was, and then really big stupid glasses, like bigger than he usually does. And it did kind of look like a tall Harry Potter, but it was far more a disguise than I've ever seen in like comic book Clark Kent history. And then there's like a bunch of lore about how he like slightly blurs his face with his super speed all day.
Oh,
And I was fucking
Oh my god. He's just there trying to drink his morning coffee. He's just...
Well, he shaves with his heat vision. Have you seen that?
Oh my fucking god.
So like he holds a mirror and lasers it and like moves the
Remember
mirror.
how I said that Superman was like the shittest superhero?
Yeah.
So right.
That's why.
So he's lasering. Is he lasering a mirror?
Yeah. And it like,
And it doesn't break the mirror.
no, it bounces
No,
back.
because lasers are reflected off mirrors.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
lasers are just light. So
Yeah.
light reflects off mirrors.
So he can't cut a puddle.
Depends.
It depends on if you can see his reflection in it.
No, so if it's perfectly stagnant, I believe it should reflect.
I'm sorry, can you cut a puddle? Like,
Superman can do everything except for
Superman can do everything except the things Moses could do. He can't part a puddle.
Lex Luthor's next diabolical plan hides in a
Ha-ha-ha.
puddle.
I covered the world in water.
No, I'm pretty sure Oh no, wait, that reflects even better. Fuck.
And everyone's soup is kryptonite.
That's pretty diabolical. But there's also another theory that you actually told me, that Zantana.
Oh yeah,
she's
that was a thing.
like
yeah.
a magician with actual powers. She put a spell on the glasses, so whenever
Yeah.
they were on, people couldn't recognize him, Cinderella style, you know.
Oh yeah.
That's an easy way around that.
Yeah,
I
it's
It's
like
a
that one.
massive
because
massive
Superman,
cop-out.
it's sort of. The only reason it's slightly not shit, Superman has the two weaknesses, right? So it's kryptonite, which everyone knows about, and it's magic. That's why people like watching him fight Shazam, because he can actually hurt him. So magic would actually work on him. So that's actually not a horrible description, because a lot of things wouldn't work on him. But yeah, that's not that
I would
fair.
say another weakness for him is like his love for humans. Like,
Oh, that's
Well,
why I
just
love Man
always
of
getting
Steel,
him
by the
in
way. I still
shenanigans.
think Man of Steel is just a masterpiece, because they were like, fuck the green glowy rocks. Let's attack the fact that this is an insecure person who doesn't know their life, doesn't know who they are, and just smash his emotions. And they did such a good job of it, and it still gets ripped on and memed on. And I'm like, it was great.
Hashtag still haven't seen it.
yeah, also.
Oh my god! What?
Fuck.
It's Henry Cavill. Like, I don't care how straight you are, you go watch it.
I got
but
less
I have
straight
The
watching
Witcher.
movie.
Preach.
Like that Henry with long white hair. I'm taking that over
The Witcher?
Superman.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
The Witcher's pretty good though.
Damn good.
Is that because he has very minimal lines? Is that adds to it? Like,
Oh,
less
he has
talking?
minimal lines in Man of Steel as well.
It's just his thing.
I think people must just hate like his accent or something like that. He doesn't talk much. Somebody compiled his lines in Batman v Superman. It's like it's under 2 minutes.
Damn, and he got paid so much, I'm sure.
But then again, in Batman v Superman. Oh no, that wasn't the one he was resurrected. That was Justice League, wasn't it?
Way to spoil some more movies for people.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
statute
line
of
'em up.
limitations here. Like, seriously, even if we were talking about the
People might have thought he stayed dead. It's not like they killed him in the 80s in a comic and then he came back pretty quick.
yeah, but like the Snyder cut, even that's been out for over a year now, hasn't it?
Yeah, because we watched that 4-hour cut in one sitting like fucking weirdos.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I did that too.
It was so good.
Yeah, but have you guys ever done the Lord of the Rings extendeds in one sitting?
Not in one
Never.
sitting, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah, boy.
Jesus.
I've never done it in
Up.
one sitting. I think Beck and I did it in 2.
To be honest, have you guys watched the extendeds and really like watched like what the differences are?
No.
So not noticing the differences, but it's more just we watch it because there's more meat to it. You know?
Yeah, like there's more to
Fleshy
it,
experience.
but sometimes the cuts just don't look finished. So it's like DLC that hasn't quite been completed before release. So like you'll watch it and you'll be like, that was an awkward cut. Like it just didn't seem to flow as well as what I remember it flowing. So watch it again and now you'll hate it. You're
Hey.
Good one. Thanks for ruining my life.
You're welcome.
that going around?
So-
is this my bad? Do you want me to? Weird.
No, this is our show. We
There's
just
spoilers.
ruin either our audience's life or each other's.
Or our own, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, check that.
Yeah.
It's pretty much
Yeah.
what we do.
Good job, Deb.
People are liking it.
Like us ruining their lives. It's great. So Claire, girl comics or comics about girls. Yeah, I've only had like 2 suggestions so far, and so what else is there? So is there a Harley Quinn
yeah.
comic that actually was good?
Oh,
did you
yes.
not
there's
like
been
any of
plenty.
them?
Yeah, no, I love
Right.
them. Absolutely. So, like I was saying, yeah, I finished the one that I had. It was just a bit like, well, kind of thing. But yeah, no, I've gone back to Harley comics and they're awesome. They're so great. There's also a new one. Oh, it's not new now. It's a couple of months old, but it's after.
It's fairly new. I mean, we talk about shit from the 90s. We're still talking like it's new.
Fight Club spoilers, yeah.
And also,
it was this century, yeah.
we filmed 3 weeks ahead, so like, yeah.
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 Yeah, that 3
All
weeks
new.
leeway, everything we need.
Absolutely. You can spoil anything. What was the ending of Batman Got Down? Okay.
His parents get killed.
At the end.
Is that not the
What
beginning?
an ending.
Nope.
Surprise. Have you heard the robot that they gave heaps of Batman comics to read and it like wrote its own Batman story?
No.
I'm
but
gonna
I would-
read this.
brilliant.
I'm gonna find it. But
It's
you,
like-
you,
What the
keep-
hell?
keep talking about girl things.
Incomprehensible,
No, somebody made a bot.
But it's funny.
No, you talk girl comics and I'll find it.
Yeah. So Harley Quinn.
Yes,
And
so coming back to-
something fairly new.
Yeah, it's something fairly new. It's a White Knight series, and it's after Batman has been like outed as Bruce Wayne. Another spoiler, sorry.
Oh no.
Who didn't know that? There's a year supernova in Sydney, and Deadpool was there, and he was holding up a sign that said Bruce Wayne is Batman.
That's awesome.
It was cool. It was like a pizza box too, like proper Deadpool style.
That's
That's so good.
Yeah, and it's after all that has gone down and like the world's changed, like Joker's dead and all that sort of thing. And it's her with, and this is like page 1. She has twins. She has her own children that are Joker's children, and
Oh shit.
yeah, and so it's really different. And she actually works with the police to solve crimes and things, but still herself. So yeah, that was
her
I
own
would
quirky
watch the
self, like
clips of that.
Suicide Squad sort of style, like working with the cops, but not really working with the cops, like doing her own
Yeah,
thing at the same
kind of.
time. And
They like to play on Harley doing this like anti-hero thing a little bit.
yeah, she blurs the
Yeah.
lines a lot. Yeah,
because everyone loves her so much, like
Yeah.
you know,
She's
where
such an
clearly Joker
interesting
could never
character.
be a good guy, like he was always just
Do
chaos.
you know what she's born from though? In like a sad way. Yeah. She's born from like homophobia. So Harley Quinn was originally created in the Batman animated series. If you haven't seen it, you're a fucking weirdo. It was one of the best ever iterations. of
Mark
it.
Hamill is the Joker.
yeah.
So good.
The
So
only
basically,
Joker.
there was an episode in that where they have like a party and they have like the cake pop out, and the Joker was going to be like interrupting this party, and he was supposed to pop out of the cake, but the writers were kind of like toxic men, and they were like, we can't have a dude popping out of the cake. That's not cool. So they created Harley Quinn. And then she was so popular from that one standalone episode and then future ones where she was a henchman that they made her own comics, and then she developed into who she is today.
That's really interesting. But now I also want to jump out of a cake.
Basement Discourse anniversary special ideas coming right now.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Jace popping out of a cake.
Can you
Sounds
say
great.
another spoiler as you jump out?
Yeah, I will.
The end of like Sixth Sense or something.
Yeah. No, I've already spoiled that in an earlier episode.
Did we really?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
He did. I've got
So
it.
good.
Yeah.
The aliens are allergic to water in signs.
I remember that too. That was
Just join fucking Superman.
the comic that you gave me that was really good as well, and it was sort of girl centric, was Gotham City Gara.
Oh, so good.
That
Yeah.
was cool. So it's like kind of post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, that word.
Post-apocalyptic. But like it's like car themed almost.
Ooh.
Bike theme. So yeah,
Yeah.
all of Gotham has been destroyed. Lex Luthor is president, and the whole of the population of Earth now lives in a giant dome because the Earth is like supposedly
It's like
uninhabitable.
Mad Max.
Yeah, no, it's super
yeah.
Mad Maxy. That's actually a good point because yeah, they do like jack up vehicles and stuff, but it's like all the heroes you know as well as some villains and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's really fun the way they do it, and they have like this like and a like grease monkey theme to the whole thing.
And they're on motorbikes and they're hard. It's fun.
Yeah, it's like the Bombshells one as well, though. But
Bombshells is, yeah.
So, Claire, do you read anime as well, or is it strictly like comics?
She's watched a couple of things because of me.
I mean, not anime. I mean manga. Yeah.
No, she's not
Never.
reading manga.
No. Wow. Just
She
because of the Asian influenced over the top sort of style, like
Actually,
imagery, or
Well, that's what kind of put me off. I was telling Brady, he tried to get me to watch Seven Deadly Sins on Netflix as my very first
I just happened
anime.
to be watching it at the time.
Yeah. This was years ago, and I hated it because all the girls, like, it sounded like I was watching porn. They're just all the time. I think that's their
Has she
entire
seen
life.
Konosuba yet?
yeah.
She watched the first
yeah.
episode and she didn't think it was funny, but we just, I think it just
That's
felt,
all she wrote.
it just dropped down the priorities list. But also, she doesn't do as much gaming, so I feel like a lot of Konosuba is based on like gaming humor.
I was just
Yeah,
thinking
it's a
of
good thing.
what's her face?
Darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely didn't get up to that.
But it's like even as far back as like Death Note and stuff, like in anime, like they've still got that token chick in there that's like kind of know.
Yeah, so actually that's one of the only things the comics did a little bit different. The anime did a little different to the manga. Mikasa was a little no, that's Attack on Titan. What is she?
I haven't seen Death Note in forever.
I cannot remember her name, and I watched it all yesterday.
I feel like
My big problem is if I don't watch anime for like a week, I've forgotten
All the names are
everyone's
gone, right?
names.
Yeah.
Because
that's
I'm too white to remember
remember
anyone
all
that
of
doesn't
those
have
names.
Anglo-Saxon style names.
Yeah, Bob the Fisherman's
like-
about it for me.
Yeah, I'm
Like I'll never
shit
forget
for
that
it.
guy. But
Though I must say, I find when I am like really in like deep watching an anime, I find a lot of the names are like rhythmical in my head. Like they float around in your head. Like Grimjow's full name. When I found that out,
Jack.
yeah, Grimjow Jagojack. Like that just flows.
almost a musical. Yeah.
And
It's not
yeah,
Japanese.
but like, I wouldn't really say that's Spanish. though.
No, but it's supposed to sound yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of that stuff is like very Japanese influenced, and those names just so rhythmical. They just get stuck in
Yeah.
your head when you listen to it enough.
I think
No.
her name was like Mika Amani.
It's
Mika
like,
Amani.
but
or
yeah,
something
she was
like that.
a little
Yeah.
bit more badass in the manga, but regardless,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
you did
Because
get a
she's
bit
kind of just
written
this
off in the anime.
dumb hot chick in it.
Little
Like,
bit,
she's
yeah.
just very much the supermodel chick.
No, Claire hasn't read a manga, but she did come watch. What was the first? We watched Weathering with you.
Yeah, and that
Okay.
person was snoring behind us the entire
Oh, what?
Just Misa
Wake them up
Amano.
and tell them to leave.
Like, not
God.
even, towards
Misa.
the end.
Yeah.
It was just, they'd barely
was-
started it.
Yeah, that was pretty bad because
dude.
so I went and watched it like upon release, so we were watching it in Japanese as well. So you already had to read, and then you just heard this like snoring. So it's kind of frustrating to do multiple things, and then you watched all of Demon Slayer.
All of Demon Slayer. That's
Yeah.
been my first ever like anime series, like week by week kind of situation.
Yeah, seasonal anime.
Hence my coolness with buying things for him. So I was like, I've
Yeah.
seen this one. You can have that toy.
Yeah. Also, they don't sexualize her, so
Yes,
that makes it a bit
yeah.
easier to get into.
Yeah.
You haven't watched Demon Slayer, have you, Justin?
No, but it is on my list. It is right up
It is
there. Yeah.
The most popular anime in the world right now, maybe on par with Attack on Titan, but only because Attack on Titan's on its final season. Otherwise, it would easily be like so many people know what Demon Slayer is. Like it's crazy popular.
Yeah, it's on my to-do for
Do
sure.
you, want,
Good, yeah.
do you want me to read this Batman script?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
let's go.
yeah.
Let's go.
So it was initially
so robot reading.
no, it was a
writing
Twitter
Batman.
post where he made a bot read 1,000 hours of Batman stuff, and this is what the bot regurgitated. Batman. intro. Traditional Batcave. Because of all the traditional Batcaves.
You got to read it in some sort of intense voice. Get Claire to read it in an intense film voice.
I think the writing's a bit small. Glasses.
Just get bigger glasses.
Just binoculars. There's one time I had to read a card.
Borrow Superman's weird ass glasses.
Oh yeah, the lead line ones. My face will fall off. There's one time I had to read a Cards Against Humanity answer in the Batman voice, and it was about a tampon, and I couldn't. It was the greatest. I'm a tampon. That was the end of me.
Batman stands next to the Batmobile and uses his Bat computer. He's sometimes Bruce Wayne, sometimes Batman, all times orphan. Batman, this is a safe city. I have punched a penguin into prison. Alfred, Batman's loyal butler, carries a tray of Gotham.
Oh no!
Alfred, eat a dinner. Mistress Wayne. An explosion explodes. The Joker and Two-Face enter the cave. Joker is a clown but insane. Two-Face is a man but attorney.
You can't be
Those are two distinct things. He's a man, but he's also an attorney.
Batman. No, it is Two-Face and One-Face. They hate me for being a bat. Batman throws Alfred at Two-Face. Two-Face flips Alfred.
What?
Two-Face
Alfred?
Two-Face flips Alfred like a coin. Alfred lands heads up, which means Two-Face goes home. You have to let me get through it. You gotta mute yourself or something, man.
What the fuck? Is it long? Is it heaps
No,
more to it?
that's about half.
Oh.
Batman continued. It is just you and I, the Joker. Bat versus clown. Moral enemies. The Joker. I am such a freak. Society is bad. You drink water. I drink anarchy.
Batman.
I drink bats like a bat would.
I drink bats.
Like a bat would. Batman looks around for his parents, but they are still dead.
No.
This makes him have an anger. He fires a bat rocket. The Joker deflects it with his sick sense of humor, a clown power.
Oh my god.
Everyone who's heard this is like, why do I watch this podcast? The Joker. I have never ruled a rule. That is my rule. Do you follow? I don't. Batman. Alfred, give birth to Robin. Alfred begins the process, since that is his job. The Joker now has a present in his hand. He juggles it over to the Batman. Happy Bat Day, Birthman. Batman opens the present since he's a good guy. It contains a coupon for new parents, but it's expired. This is a Joker. This is a Joker.
That's the bit that got me. I was like, that's fucking so weird.
I really hope there's no orphans watching.
Oh my god. He needs to make more. That bot needs to write more. Oh my
Someone
god.
needs to call Tim Burton and make a new movie.
Holy shit. Oh, that broke me. Oh, holy crap. I think it's time for a break.
Are you sick and tired of having to poop like a complete normie? Well, don't worry, we got your back. We've teamed up with Neko Poop Box, the only subscription box you really need to up your weeb level to new heights. Neko Poop Box delivers a new scented kitty litter to your house every single month, so you never have to poop in the same scent for more than 30 days. For this month only, if you use our discount code Basement Pooper, you'll get this Sakura scented kitty litter as well as a bonus ramen scented kitty litter. What are you waiting for? Use our discount code and get into that kitty litter today. Stop being a normie, up your weeb level, and for the daring out there, why not try out the wasabi scented kitty litter? Back to the episode.
And we're back. Thank you very much to that person that gave us money to put their ad on our show.
Which person was it?
Does it matter?
What are we going to use that money to invest in, Justin?
The next lot of ads.
I thought you were gonna say a new sweater.
Oh, damn. That would have been good.
Because he hasn't got one tonight.
Please
He's run out.
sponsor us.
Wow. Wow.
We need sweaters.
There's a sweater hate going on here.
I know, right? They're warm, they're fuzzy, and they're not itchy like they look. So, you know, that's a selling point to be. They're not as itchy as they look.
Last aired episode, I was talking about how we're too old. Justin reiterating every episode since.
Yeah, feeling it every day.
We're not that old. We have quite a few social medias.
Yeah, I got like the Facebooks. No, we do have the Facebook, and you can find all of our content on YouTube. Well, most of it. Almost everything we've ever done is there. There's some hidden stuff. And
What?
then we also have
My favorite.
we also have, what else do we have? We've got we were gonna do a MySpace recently.
Just working on some coding.
You can, if you don't want to look at our faces, I mean, you're all going to watch this episode because Claire's here, but every other episode, you can listen to us on Spotify and Apple. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok and I don't know, everything else.
That's the only thing we don't have.
I just say, I
Twitter,
literally
Instagram.
try and find the one thing that we don't have, and I keep forgetting what it is. And then I just got to say it because Brady's like, no, don't make me do that. Don't make me do that.
We'll
We
set
don't
up
have
a
TikTok.
Vampire Freaks as well. Bandcamp. Why not?
Vampire Freaks.
LinkedIn.
I forgot about that website.
Dude, I used to spend so much time there.
You would.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, and Bebo?
I think.
Bebo?
Oh my god! I forgot that was a thing. Yes, I had one of those. Did you guys have one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Art
Yeah,
every day, yeah.
yeah. You could fool. It was very customizable for its time. I found, like, it was kind of, yeah, it was groovy. Loved it. I'm gonna find my Bebo again.
Well, thanks for plugging all our socials. I give you a good segue, and you're like, "Yeah, I've got this," and we're like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I covered it all, right? Did I miss anything?
No, I
You
held
got our
Probably not.
Instagram,
Nothing
you got our
important.
YouTube, you got our Facebook. They're our main sort of points of contact and such. We do have a Discord that we don't really use often, but we do have it. It's there.
Hey,
It's
hey,
there.
Jason and I use it every day.
It's right
What?
here.
Really?
Yeah,
Right
all
here.
over it.
Right open. I literally have it open all the time.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, fair enough. Well, we're on that.
Justin's like,
So-
imagine doing work for your fans. If you guys wonder why he's the moon, this is why.
Yeah,
That's exactly
we
right,
kicked him into outer space for that reason.
Yeah.
I thought that's why he bottomed.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's on the bottom.
No.
Oh dear.
So we'll take it back to Claire now, with our comic chat that kind of got sidetracked about 10,000 times in the last.
That's
30
fine.
minutes.
That's what we do here.
Thanks to Brady.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, all thanks to
Always
Brady, of
thanks
course,
to me.
because you're the worst.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And there's one major one that you haven't quite gotten to talking about yet, and that is
That girl.
Yeah.
It's like when the teacher used to do that in class and you'd be like, 7. No. Yeah,
You're
no,
like,
that girl. Yeah, she's cool. I like, so yeah, as we found out before, I have a Batman tattoo, but the thing I like about the Bat family the most is that they don't have superpowers and they go up against creatures and beings who do. And then Batgirl not only is all of that and she's a female, but she also got shot by the Joker. Spoiler again. Oh my gosh. And was in a wheelchair for quite a long time, and she still didn't let that defeat her. She then took on a new role. And yeah, I've had, I mean, life applicable. I had an accident at work and I had to take it in my stride as well because I couldn't do the thing I wanted to do. And so, like, it just kind of connected a lot deeper as well. So, yeah, just on the feelsy side, that's why I like her. Plus, she's a ginger. So, like, you got to give her a little extra rope.
Jace talks feels all the time. So, like, we're fine.
Yeah, and then I accidentally did that thing where I discussed how one of the main characters from one of the feelsy shows I watch had a mean-looking face, and you guys are like, "Oh well, that's relatable for you." Thanks, guys.
Was that us or was that Brant putting shit on you then?
I think it was a joint effort from all you pieces
fair.
of shit.
Opened up his heart and then we just shit all over it.
Yeah, just poo everywhere.
Oh.
But Batgirl sounds, I mean, that's pretty cool. And only recently did I find out who Batgirl actually is. And I was like, oh, damn, that makes a whole lot of sense. Looking back on all the things I've seen.
Yeah, because you watched Titans, right? So she's in the third season of Titans.
Yeah.
You haven't watched Titans because we...
It's real gory.
Yeah, I showed you the trailer and you were like, nope. So, yeah, Claire doesn't do a lot of gore. Like, she doesn't mind the realism of Batman, but the visual gore in a lot of cinema. And Titans, you know what, though? Throughout the seasons, I feel like they've dialed it down. But in the first one, and they did this in the trailer, there was, like, Dick Grayson throwing a fucking Robin symbol through somebody's eyeball. And then pulling it out, being like, fuck Batman.
Yeah.
But, like, season 2 and 3 haven't been like that at all.
No, and... like, I do find that kind of weird now that you mentioned it, because, like, the whole first season was trying to show how much of a fucking brute Dick Grayson was.
Which was also weird, because it's like, how are you going to step that up with Jason Todd now?
Yeah, exactly. They just
didn't really. They just
didn't.
Jason Todd kind of bitchy and annoying instead of... They made Dick Grayson what Jason Todd should be.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I thought so.
But anyway, going back to Batgirl.
yeah. Oh, Jesus. We're never going to get through this.
So, do you have a preferred, like, iteration or version of Batgirl? Because as far as I'm aware, there's a few different variants on her, like, backstory.
Is it always Barbara? Like, is there a different version of her who is not?
I'm sure there isn't. I mean, there is. Sorry.
Well, as far as I'm
sure
aware,
you're an idiot, so no.
Because, like, didn't Alicia Silverstone play Batgirl?
Yeah,
wasn't she like Alfred's niece or some shit in that one?
Yeah.
She ran away from boarding school. Yeah, she's badass. Yeah, yeah. And Batman with the nipples.
Yeah.
The Batsuit had nips on it, so that was key takeaway. Yeah.
So
no, but there's a lot. The hardest thing about liking Batgirl is that a lot of the comics I do get dropped. I've not read one yet that has an ending.
Yeah. Oh, that's infuriating.
It's awful. Yeah. There's a really good series a couple of years ago, and it was like a good read, but it was also visually well done. Like, the artists were just so good, and then they changed artists, and it was awful, and then the story just got dropped. So, like, yeah.
Oh my god.
It happens often in the comic world, though. Like, and then sometimes the story that you're enjoying will get a new illustrator or a new writer, and it's stark obvious as well.
Well, I was reading one, I think I was 2 full trade papers in, which are the thick ones, 2 of those in, and it was lovely, it was enjoyable. Then the third one was just like really, really gory, very murderous, very vengeful, very dark, and I was like, is this the right one? Did I pick up the wrong one? And no, that was the new direction. They just took it out of nowhere.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have, like, you know, some sort of a friggin' plan, like, when they come together, and also some sort of contract that locks these guys in. And, like, you know, it's not like you get 3/4 of the way through a movie and then you're like, oh, you know what? Fuck. I'm just trying. I can't think of a movie.
What happens when
You know what,
gonna say-
Brad Pitt. We're just gonna switch you out now, and Edward Norton, you're gonna stay the same, but Brad Pitt, we're gonna
Is
switch
now
you out
Nicolas
for like
Cage.
fucking like exactly.
We've
Oh god.
actually
Ew.
we've actually seen this happen in the DCU though. That's what happened with Justice League. For a good reason, before we
Yeah.
hang shit on it,
Yeah.
Justin, because I know you like sort of after that.
Fire it up.
Yeah, no. Zack Snyder started Justice League and then had a personal tragedy. Like it was a pretty big deal. I'm not going to talk about it on the show, but like
I mean that's fair enough, but if
But
this
they
is a common
replaced
trait with
him
comics, like
with
it's not just
a-
like one guy's having a rough time and can't get back to drawing his
yeah,
doodles.
I'm still not
You
sure
know,
why
like-
they do it.
But like, why? Like, why would you not be like, all right, so this is the plan. We're gonna release 12 of these motherfuckers, and you're gonna do it. And you either get paid to do all of them, or you don't do it, and we find another guy that wants to do 12. Like, you only have to do
Not
this
sure
many.
Why they do it? I think.
Yeah.
I think
don't get
what
it.
probably happens is new projects come up and they go, "Oh, we want that dude on it," and he goes, "But I'm working on this," and they go, "Okay, here's why we want you to do the new project or whatever." That's my best guess because I don't actually know the inside information as to why
If
they do
it's
this.
anything like the gaming industry, there's a whole bunch of reasons stuff like that ends up getting
Yeah.
cancelled. Either not enough interest, so they're like, well, why bother, finishing the story
Continuing
arc?
it.
It's going to cost us X amount of dollars. We're not going to get that returned. Just can it. Or it could be that the studio that's doing the actual writing or drawing or whatever it happens to be, they might have gone out of business or started to run out of money, and DC or whoever isn't willing to fund it, so they're like, and they just let it die.
But like as a person like myself, that would do my friggin' head in, not being able to finish it.
Yeah.
Like the reading of it, but also even if I was the illustrator of it, I'd be like, damn, I got to do the rest. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
even if you just release it to
No.
the Instagram page, being like,
Ye-
oh, by the
yeah,
way,
exactly.
this is
Just
where-
being
yeah.
middle finger to DC. Screw you guys, I finished it anyway. Here it is for free.
I mean, but not finishing stuff is like one eternally annoying problem. But the other one is like extending them after a long period break. Which, speaking of, like we all watched Ghostbusters.
Wow.
Best segue ever.
Can you
Nailed
hold that
it.
your arm for a second? Because fuck me, that was a reach.
I thought it wasn't that bad.
Oh my god. So we're talking about things to chat about, and finally all of us have watched Ghostbusters Afterlife, and so it's a little bit older now. I guess
It's
how many
2021.
was it? Yeah, exactly.
Literally
like-
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the
that's
time this
old.
episode airs, it'll be like 2023. Whatever.
Yeah, so it's
Way
I mean,
Brady
yeah,
edits anyway.
it's been out for a little bit, but I think it's been long enough that we can chat about it and openly discuss our thoughts.
Yeah, why don't you guys go? Because we've done a lot on the pair of us this session. So
So I actually thoroughly enjoyed it as a film. Overall, I thought it was fucking brilliant. To be fair, I haven't seen the reboot, the one with the all-female.
I also
Us?
have not seen it because I thought it was just an absolute piss take. To be
Yeah,
honest, I'm
I
throwing it
just
out
felt
there.
like it didn't seem like it was in the spirit of the original movies. I don't have a
No.
problem with them trying to
Full
reboot
girl
or
banding
whatever.
it. Yeah.
I
Look,
don't have an issue with women being
Honestly, I
Yes.
do have an issue, not with women, but with
He has a
no,
problem with
not with
women.
women. No, Claire, love me.
just like fuck you, Claire.
I don't have a problem with what they were trying to achieve there.
she went for the fucking bleach sword, man. You know how big this thing is, by the way.
I just have a problem with them going too far and over the top with it. So the perfect example I feel is in the Infinity Wars where they go like Avengers assemble, and then they're like Avenger girls assemble, basically,
Okay,
and they
so
just have this big
for
line
the
of
record,
chicks.
There is a comic book that is like the girls of the Avengers.
Right, and that was the girls of the Avengers thing.
Yeah, so they were alluding to that but I
Right.
still watched it, and I did comment on that, feeling like it felt cheaply inserted, not organic.
just-
Because
Yeah.
those girls were nowhere near each other in that.
No, it's a huge war, and all of a sudden they're right next to each other and like, girl power,
I did feel
yeah.
like that, in fairness. But Ghostbusters, the girl version, I fucking loved it. I was cacking myself. It was really funny.
Right, so it's got to be homework for me and Jace very
Yeah,
quickly
watch
to
it.
go
Let's
back
check it
and
out.
Because it's genuinely
Check it
like
out.
very funny. And they even pull in little jokes like so when the OG ones came out, they had the receptionist who was kind of like ditzy but like
And every other
attractive
movie ever.
in that version. What, like the 80s or 90s?
80s, yeah.
80s.
80s
Yeah. So
for
she's
sure.
like 80s level attractive, right? So nothing like us would recognize as super attractive, but like she's
Talking
not.
about, I was born in that.
yeah, you
year,
take
bro.
that back.
I
80s
forgot you
80s
two
chicks
are
are hot.
old.
Oh,
Sorry. Yeah.
Like,
So
I've still got like posters of Bonnie Tyler on my wall.
I don't even know who
I know that is.
Holding out
Oh,
for a
no.
hero.
What?
Holding out for a hero. The song. Fuck me.
Actually, nah.
I'm on a
I don't actually
podcast.
know.
Really?
I would know when I
Actual
heard it.
crickets.
Total
Yeah.
Eclipse of the Heart.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
That's Bonnie Tyler.
Yeah,
What
but-
was it?
Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Oh, I know that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to ask if it was
Tyler.
next to your picture of fire, because that was new too. Yeah. Zing.
You fucking racist.
No, that was it. It just took a while for me to get. No, so in the OG one, they had the receptionist who was 80s level attractive, ditzy though, really ditzy. That was like a big Ghostbusters joke, right? In the girls one, they have Chris Hemsworth as their receptionist, and he's dumb, like
He's pretty.
real dumb.
He's pretty. But
To me, it just plays on the whole like, oh, we're the girls and these are the dumb
Yeah,
boys
so
thing.
if you go into it thinking, you know how there's the multiverse or different worlds,
It plays better that
just
way.
think of it as a different
Right,
universe
okay.
story, and
Yeah.
then that'll take the pressure off, kind of thing.
I should
Yeah.
also state that
Universe.
the original receptionist wasn't actually ditzy. She just didn't give a shit about her job.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I rewatched these movies a fair bit because I'm a fucking
Yeah, okay.
loser. But yeah, she just doesn't care. She's literally there for the paycheck, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's-
right. But
They don't really go into whether she's smart or not. But Egon seemed to think that she was a bit of
Yeah.
a minx. So
Yeah, it is quite good. I think maybe they didn't market it enough on its own bounds as like this is a standalone movie. I think they did play on it being the girl version of Ghostbusters maybe too hard.
But Dan Aykroyd also produced it, I'm pretty sure. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
he did.
it's not too far from.
yeah,
He's
well,
in it, you know.
Like
Yeah.
that's the thing as well.
They had
I
the
think-
support of the
I
OGs.
think there was a lot of negative hype around it as well because our friends that we discussed earlier, the neckbeards, they would have seen three women replacing the original three blokes and been like, well, okay, technically four, but the original is
Three's fine.
three.
Yes.
Nobody counts Winston. Anyway, but yeah, so basically replacing all the blokes with women makes the neckbeards all angry. Then they get all shouty about it, and it kind of ruins the vibe of it before you go into it.
Yeah, 100%. That's
And
what it felt like. But guys, like you have been victims of that, like the end of that. So like you guys should watch it, and then we'll review it again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I just say,
I think that's worthwhile.
as a woman though, and going back to the Lady Avengers, like being on TV and being seen and seeing your people is really a big deal, and it's such a big stride in not only like cinematography but I mean even politics now. You know, there's a brown lady in the White House. Like, holla. So it's, yeah, as a woman, like, I got chills when I saw the Lady Avengers all get together and be like, we are here. Like, it's taken a long time.
I totally get it. Like, I'm
was happy to
totally
see it.
supportive.
I just felt like
No, I get
I
that.
come off looking like a fucking asshole every time I start talking about women's rights and shit.
No.
It's like,
Justin,
clearly,
you sound like an arsehole when
where's
you
the
like
fucking
this.
kitchen?
Don't worry about
Where's
it.
the kitchen?
No, I get
You're
it.
the chef.
It just felt.
Know where the kitchen is.
I liked and am very cool with the Girl Avengers theme. I just felt like in that particular scene they shoehorned it in. It didn't
just
feel very
felt like
organic
girl
because
power.
all of those girls
Yeah.
were. Even that doesn't bother me. It just felt like all those girls were in separate parts of the battlefield, and then
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh, quick, shove them together for a scene, so that we
forgot
can
the
do
chicks.
this."
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like they could have like organically got there a little bit better as well. Like maybe
yeah, exactly.
they fought and they ended up there, and then they all picked themselves up and
which is
dusted
not
themselves
really what
off.
happened. And I'm gonna rewatch it
Yeah.
after this fucking show to double check, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm
like,
almost certain it's
organic.
just
yeah.
girls. Girls all fucking line up. Guys all line up. All right, cool. We done that. Now let's move on. And it's
But
just like,
in
man.
fairness, by the time it got to that movie, everything was fan service. Like Rogers picking up fucking Mjolnir, that was straight up for everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
And we all loved it, but
I actually hate Captain America, so
I'm not a
didn't
big
care for
fan.
that scene at all.
as far as
Yeah.
comic book characters go, I feel like he is the most white bread version of a comic book.
Like
He
him
literally,
and
like even his name.
what the, I can't even remember DC's version of Captain America. It's like Captain Marvel or something like that. There's I can't remember his fucking name, but he is just as bad. But nobody's ever made movies about him.
So Captain Marvel, by the way, is the OG name for Shazam.
Okay,
But then
They're
there's
not- yeah,
And
that's
then
not
they
what I-
got into a
Captain Marvel,
bunch
the
of
female
yeah,
one,
they got into
yeah.
a bunch of trouble over that.
Yeah.
So
And then there's also another one called Marvel as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a whole thing.
And then Miss Marvel as well, who's Muslim. That's
Did we-
coming up soon. Hello.
did we give a review for Ghostbusters and all? this?
No.
No,
We talked about the old one.
And then the chick
Yeah.
one.
So
Yeah.
you didn't hate it, Jace. I think is where we're
no,
at.
yeah. So I didn't hate it,
Yeah.
and so I just gave a preface that I hadn't seen the
What's
reboot,
it-
and you were like,
what's the out of 10?
"Oh, I've got to love it."
No, but you
So-
should enjoy it. Like, go watch it, and we'll.
But Afterlife I actually really enjoyed. Like, it was well done. It was in the same spirit, but they didn't try and reboot it in a similar sense to how they did with the reboot, where they didn't try and recreate the Ghostbuster team. They got
No.
new people to take on a similar sort of adventure, and one that has a lot of fan servicey stuff. So I
yeah.
was like,
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
know that I'm gonna go there with this in most scenarios, but it felt a little anime to me.
"Fuck
It
me,
did
it's
though.
not an isekai."
No, it's not isekai. But like, think about it. It was high school students.
It's an
right?
isekai for the ghosts that come out.
Yeah,
of
the
portals.
ghosts are coming into
The
our
ghosts
world.
are
It's an
isekai.
isekai.
It's isekai for them.
It's high school students, right? And then
Yes,
their teacher
there's the high
gets
school
involved.
students in real life.
And then their
too.
teacher gets involved, and it becomes a bit. That's a very anime storyline.
When Paul Rudd is
To
in
me, it's very
anime,
Stranger Things.
Yeah, that doesn't sound any different than Stranger Things. And
Yeah.
it's Finn Wolfhard
Yeah.
in both.
Yeah. That's why. I guess that might have been playing off the Stranger Things vibe as well, but also the
think they
teacher
were
getting involved
quite-
thing.
Bit playing on
You know.
that.
But it worked. I think it all worked, and it had a real old Ghostbusters vibe to it. Like, them dusting off the van and stuff like that was cool, but not even just in that way. Just the way that the cinematography was done, the
Yeah,
music,
that's a
the
big one.
angles, everything was done right. It felt very much like I was watching an old film, today's standard.
So I enjoyed that they didn't ignore the old films, that they brought up that happened, but most people for some reason don't believe it happened, even though there was a giant marshmallow wandering around the fucking city. Like, I enjoyed that they didn't pretend the old Ghostbusters didn't happen. I think they ignored anything beyond one, but like they acknowledged that they had occurred, right? So that was a big deal. It wasn't technically a reboot by any means. It was just Ghostbusters
Old
many years
shit.
later.
Yeah, it was just really old shit. Yeah.
Can you imagine like forgetting about COVID though? Like that's what we're kind of talking. Like it would have been like
Yeah,
a global.
because it's a big fucking
yeah.
event. It's very
it only
strange.
happened in New York, right?
Yeah,
but so
true.
did-
Isolated.
Oh,
man.
that was gonna be too fucking dark. I was like, so fucking 2 hours.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, okay, if we think about like all the potential people that might have died or whatever from the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and stuff like that, there wasn't a whole lot of people that I don't think would have died. Like I'd have to rewatch the film to see exactly.
Yeah, I'd have to rewatch it, but
Mm.
but it was good. I like that they didn't
But-
ignore it.
I don't know if
That's
that.
my
If,
review.
I don't know if it's like just talking about death count though as well. Like it's a pretty like a supernatural phenomenon
Yeah,
just
but
happened in the world. Like
in
if an alien
1985,
just
though,
landed somewhere, like that'd be pretty whack.
Yeah, you
but in
wouldn't-
1985, no one's filming it. Nothing like
Yeah, I
that.
suppose maybe. So they kind of go on the whole cult lost thing. Like, yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that there was actual direct lines, like word for word from the original Ghostbusters
Yeah, that
in
was
this
a
new
bit
movie.
fun.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
cool.
Mm,
Very, very subtle nod to those who
right. Yeah.
The one qualm I have with the film, though, is in the end sequence.
The ghost scene.
Yeah, so I won't spoil it because I'm not a piece of shit.
Whatever. Next minute.
I'm gonna rename you the spoiler. We have Bottom Man and the spoiler. That's our nickname to the show.
During that end sequence, I really felt like they dragged that on a bit too much.
They did a little
Yeah.
bit.
Like
It felt a
the
bit long.
I thought the sequence right at the very start was all they really needed to
Yeah.
cover that.
100%.
Yeah,
They
I agree.
that made me
Yeah.
so
Because
happy, sad to see.
he's actually passed, so it was all.
Yep, and
just-
now you've just spoiled it. Congrats.
No,
Look,
You've just
like
spoiled.
Well,
I didn't spoil anything. Like the actor has passed away. We know that, and yet we.
but now people can put two and two together and figure out who the ghost I was talking about was.
yeah, we have said the word ghost. We've said an actor has passed, and now we're
Justin,
saying that it was dragged out for
What
too
the
long.
fuck is going on with the cicadas at your house?
They're just
They're
vibing,
just chilling, man. They're loving this shit.
bro. Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, they've been going the whole time.
Yeah, I've heard them the whole time. It's cool. But in saying that, like, I just felt like that end sequence was a bit too drawn out.
Yeah.
But it didn't ruin the movie in any way, shape, or form. I just kind of wish that had have been a bit shorter or not there at all.
I agree.
Yeah. But
They went a
otherwise,
bit too
I think it was a brilliant film, and like you could nearly use that to sort of close out Ghostbusters. Like, sure, you can make spin-off movies and stuff, but mainline films, I reckon you could
Yeah.
just about close it out with that.
No, I agree. That was my review of it. I was like, this. If you're gonna do a many years later, this is how you do it. And
Yes,
it felt comfortable. It didn't feel shoehorned. It was nice. But yeah, but that being said, you guys should watch the female reboot. I thoroughly, I laughed quite a lot. It was very funny, and they got there in their own way. I mean, if you see it as Ghostbusters being done by girls, maybe it probably isn't as good. But nonetheless, if you just watch it as a film, it's pretty good.
Yeah, watch it with fresh eyes, or think it's a different universe, or it's cool.
All right, well,
Cool.
I'll give it a crack, and maybe I'll have a review for it by next episode or something. Talking about clones.
Clones.
The Clone Wars? No, we did that in a previous episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have done that.
What
in
were
previous episodes.
What was our discussion about clones? I just
That
know
was
I really
the,
wanted to
Oh
talk
man,
about it.
No,
How-
that was.
where did
that
we
was-
go? Like, how do we
was
get
Star
to
Wars.
clones?
Because you're talking about our baby.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. You guys are having a baby.
Or Claire is just a surrogate for Brady's clone.
That's right. That's how it came about. Clones, because something is coming out of you, Claire, and it's going to be terrifying if it looks anything like Brady.
Yeah, let's hope it has all Claire's looks.
I'm more concerned if it's like too much of a mix. Because so Claire's quite dark skinned. You can't tell because of my like incredible amount of light that we have.
Yeah, just to get rid of all the red in his face.
Yeah, the light that we have on us is to not make me look translucent.
Alabaster.
Yeah. Claire's quite dark skinned, even though you can't tell.
Olive. Yeah.
And I have red beard and like, so if we have a kid who has red hair and dark skin, that could be a wild time.
Like a fucking black Ed Sheeran comes out.
Wow.
Yes.
This is why we have Justin. 100%.
Oh god.
How'd you say black Ed Sheeran?
Why?
not?
That's fucking funny, man.
Yeah, it totally makes sense.
It's even weirder though because I pictured a baby with the tats as well, like because he's got heaps
Like
of
coloured
tats.
anime
Yeah.
ones from the knee down, but
Like-
your dark ones on one arm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
sure.
then
Yeah,
the bright orange
I
hair.
thought you were saying Ed Sheeran has tats. I was like, does he?
Yeah. Isn't
I don't know. He's a bit of a metalhead though, in a weird way.
Yeah, strangely, yeah. I
Mm.
mean, that makes sense though. If he's just interested in a bunch of shit, and then more fans are like, "Hey, he likes this."
Mm. Yeah, it kind of works out.
It's better than saying everything's shit like we do.
Everything is shit.
I know, right? Isn't it? But
But we are having a little dude.
yeah, little boy.
Not due for another couple months. That'll probably be Basement Discourse's first seasonal break, but none of you guys will know because we record ahead of time. But we might take a week off or
so
something.
you've got 3 weeks maximum
yeah,
paternity leave from Basement Discourse.
that's exactly
All that
right.
government gives you.
Unpaid too.
Yeah, it's unpaid.
Yeah.
No. Those sponsors
haven't
are
got
gonna
any
pay
leave
out
accrued.
through the nose.
No, I've already spent that money on cocaine. I'm also straight edge, so I just throw it in the backyard.
Just buys it and throws it away so someone else can't buy it.
You hand
Yeah,
it over
I'm
the
like-
Camden City Batman.
Yeah,
Here
I'm-
you go, Batman.
I'm ultimate Batman. I just buy all the drugs and throw them away.
Oh, nice.
That's how you be the change.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we are
Ridiculous.
expecting a little dude. So due July, late July.
Have you guys got names picked out already?
We do,
Like,
but we're not going to discuss them because. So Basement Discourse has had one piece of content ever be completely edited and ready to go, and then be pulled, and that was. It was a behind the scenes, and we're not going to get into detail because we pulled it, obviously, for a reason.
Just DM me if you want information.
Yeah, so it's a behind the scenes on the Dungeons and Discourse campaign, and I got asked by one of them, "Oh, do you have names?"
I forgot about that. Yep.
Yeah, so I mentioned one of the names, and then somebody came out with a story of someone with a similar name, and it was a horrific story. And then I told Claire that, and she was like, "This is why you don't tell people." So,
Because fucking spoiler over here just spoils everything, including baby names.
yes,
I've
we do have,
spoiled an entire
we do have
childhood.
names. I even tried to protect you by not saying who it was who did that, but
Oh, don't protect me. I'll fight
so
it.
yes,
Bad.
we do have names, and we are ultimately, I think both of us are sort of gearing towards a geeky type of name. Like it's got to
Yeah.
have an influence from something, like not an anime
Batman.
name. I'm a giant.
The Batman.
Yeah.
First name the, middle name Batman.
First name the.
Well, it is a boy, so I mean, his first and middle name could be Bruce Wayne, and then just that last
that
name.
is
Oh
That
my
is good,
God.
except Bruce is a terrible name.
It is. Yeah, Bruce
Except
on
if
its
you're
own.
a shark. From Nemo. Hello,
Yeah, that's
Boulder.
true.
Oh yeah.
My name's Bruce. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's all. With
yeah.
Bruce,
So I'm not doing otaku names. I can't give
I need them.
Yeah, but I also said no. I can't give an Aussie kid a Japanese name. That's
It's the most
horrific.
fucking weeb thing you could do if you did
Yeah,
that.
and
Swear
also
to
not
God.
fun for them because we don't live in like Melbourne. we live in like a country town. That's not going to be a fun experience for them in school.
Yeah.
So we are going for geek names, but they're going to come from probably comics
Mostly
or
comics,
pop culture
yeah.
or something like that. So yeah, we do have names,
cool.
but I'm not going to talk about them on
Yeah.
the fucking podcast because it's the only piece of content that Basement Discourse has ever gone, nope.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't Basement Discourse that went no. It was you and Claire. Justin and I were fine with it.
Yeah, we were fine with ruining it.
I'm always cool with you ripping on me, but
Ripping on your unborn child. is Like, what, too soon?
probably the line.
I was very unwell during the conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah?
it's probably that's where the line gets drawn. But yeah,
We've now like teased this content so hard that it's gonna have to be released.
Oh,
Oh, 100%.
At some
After
point.
the child. After the
Yeah,
child
yeah.
is born. Then you can be like, and that's why we didn't call him.
Well.
Okay, so the problem is
Oh, you might still call him.
no. The
Lawrence.
problem is so the name I discussed was a potential girl name, and we're having a little dude. So that
This
name,
time.
that name, yeah, exactly. That name is back burner for.
Oh, right. So you keep it in
next
the
one,
bank.
yeah.
Oh, so we're gonna wait.
Wait, you're
Kill
going to have
another-
sex with this guy again?
Twice. I know, aren't I generous?
Oh,
To be fair, that's only like 5 minutes out of her day.
That's... Believe me,
Premium
once you
geek
see the
content right
body
here.
version of this dude, you're not going to want another one.
Sex drive.
You're going to look at him and be like, oh, hell no.
In high school, they called Brady the libido killer.
I'm waiting for I reckon there's gonna be one thing we've learned about like all the things with kids is like that the first kid lures you into a false sense of security and the second kid is like
Yes.
Devil
evil.
spawn.
Yeah. So I'm
Yes.
waiting for the first kid to be this like very beautiful and like everything is not worked out in a weird way. But the second kid is a girl, but it just looks Irish as fuck. So I like my granddad is just straight Irish. So like I'm waiting for the second kid to just be real like red hair, freckles, white as hell, like and then we've got this name with this piece of content that we've pulled.
Oh, I love it.
No way. No, yeah. So we are
Patreon
expecting
only.
a good time. So
Yeah.
basement dwellers out there who are maybe on the younger side or maybe not. It can happen. You can find an absolutely wonderful girl who will allow you to watch anime and still be with her and start a family. It does occur.
So like we're like what 16 episodes in after we told them to make friends, now we're like make girlfriends maybe. Maybe.
But don't tell them beforehand that you're into anime.
No.
No.
That's
They
Yeah.
like I
Gotta
couldn't
sneak it
trick
in
her
on them.
because
Do you
my
want to
whole
watch some
legs,
cartoons tonight? Bam!
my legs are covered in. I couldn't even trick her. It was.
Oh, you couldn't Crunchyroll and chill, hey? Just doesn't have the same ring to it.
No.
The answer would just be the ghost emoji.
Maybe it's Anime Lab and Stab. How you going?
That's from Bruce. You can get that
So bad.
Fantastic. Oh man,
God.
so good.
one.
I think we should wrap that up right there.
I think that's a wrap. I think we're gonna have to talk about clones in a later rep.
I think
yeah, we'll bring Claire back just for a clones dedicated episode.
Absolutely. Yep.
Awesome.
With my potential clone.
Oh, that'd be great. Guest appearance.
It's gonna be so weird. Like I am an indoors anime gamer who only goes outside to skateboard, but also likes to work out, but only does it in an enclosed gym playing metal. And then she is a very outdoorsy human being who loves going out in the bush, loves having a campfire, loves going camping, loves cricket.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Loves cricket, loves like
What?
genuine team sports. So I don't know what the fuck this kid's gonna come out like.
They're just gonna be doing everything.
Just a mean introvert that doesn't like anything.
Yeah, the exact.
And only
I don't want to
listens
have
progressive
Jace
jazz.
child.
Yeah, no, that is pretty much me as a child.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't.
I'm still that child.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a really fun ep. I think we've been all over the place, but that's nothing new for us, Claire. I'm sure you've seen episodes. I'm sure you've watched all of the episodes.
She hears you talk a lot. I'm not sure she wants to hear more.
I live the episodes? I don't know.
Yeah, you hear enough. As
I'm
it
very
is.
emotionally supportive. I just don't. Yeah, no.
That's a lot of emotions if you're supporting that.
Yeah, that's a lot. I hope your kid has way
Why
less
don't I
than
get,
that.
like, drop down to that? Why don't we have bottom guy,
Yeah,
Like,
bottom guy's still above
boiler
you.
guy, and that?
Well, thanks for coming on, Claire, and putting up with our shenanigans. Thanks for putting shit on Brady. Because it's just what we do. So,
Thanks for talking about comics, because like you're one of the few people that actually has. So
yeah.
True.
Yeah, it's been a bit of an untapped resource for us. Like it's an influence on all of our things, and yet we don't really talk about it enough. So
yeah, because
kinda
I've
cool.
read like a handful of comics ever. So yeah,
Well, there's
always
more where that
appreciate a
came
good
from.
chat.
Yeah.
And I actually have a heap on the shelf that I should just like give to you guys on our next meeting.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I'd be down.
That's cool. Justin, round us out, man.
Alrighty. Well, it's been an ep. Thanks, guys.
Yes, it has.
See you later.